Gray squirrels are one of the few mammals capable of descending trees headfirst. These squirrels make several thousand food caches each season. They have very good spatial memories and can remember exactly where they put their food. Sometimes these squirrels mob potential predators by ganging up on them. These squirrels are not native to many ecosystems in Louisiana, but have outcompeted red squirrels in these areas.
Here we are at Auctioneer Island, or Bird Island, which attracts hundreds of wading birds, like the great egret, the cattle egret, and the snowy egret. The great egret, which is primarily seen here, is rebuilding their nest after the storm a couple of days ago. Soon there will be chicks here. Spring is near. Also, you can see the anhinga and lots of the herons, like the blue heron, the night heron, and the green heron. You can also see the double-crested cormorant and lots of the common grackle.
The great egret is the symbol of the National Audubon Society, one of the oldest environmental organizations in North America. Their breeding plumage is very beautiful and long, and these birds were often hunted for the hat trade. Audubon was founded to protect birds, like the great egret, from being killed for their feathers.
Green herons are small, stocky wading birds. They're one of the only bird species to use tools. They drop bait onto the surface of the water and wait in ambush for fish to swim by.
This is a male and a female mallard. You may think that these are native to this environment because they're everywhere in Audubon Park. They're actually domestic animals and don't belong here. But they are really pretty and cute.
Here we have some specimens of cycads, of the division Cycadophyta. This genus is incredibly old, over 280 million years old, way older than any flowering plant species. The leaves are pinnately compound and are evergreen. Some of these species can actually fix nitrogen in the roots with the cyanobacteria. This cyanobacteria also produces a neurotoxin which can be found in the cycad seeds. This species comes from the late Permian period, over 280 million years old, and is one of the earliest terrestrial colonizers. These species cause controversy with the biological species concept because some of the clearly defined species can actually interbreed and produce fertile offspring. While you might see cycads in New Orleans a lot, they're not actually native. Instead, they're widely planted throughout the city in gardens and in parks.
This is a male red-bellied woodpecker. They are known to take over the nest of other birds, especially the red-cockaded woodpecker. The red-bellied woodpecker has sticky saliva and can stick out its tongue nearly 2 inches. This helps it easily snatch up prey in deep crevices.
When are you going to start on it? Here we have Spanish moss, or old man's beard. This is an epiphytic plant, meaning that it can grow on another plant, but it doesn't do anything positively or negatively towards its host plant. It commonly grows on Virginia live oaks and bald cypress trees, but as you can see, here it is growing on some crepe myrtles. Birds commonly use Spanish moss for nest material, which is why you can see it all in these trees. Many people think that Spanish moss is a lichen or a fungus, but actually it is a angiosperm. As you can see here, the plant actually has flowers.
This is a nutria foraging at night. Nutria are invasive rodents. They were originally native to South America and were introduced to North America by the fur traders. They destructively feed and burrow, destroying ecosystems, making them invasive pests.
Here we can see an adult Aninga. Unlike ducks, which produce an oil to keep them afloat, the Aninga has no oil and its feathers become waterlogged, allowing it to submerge in water to prey on small fish and amphibians. The Aninga derives its name from the Brazilian Tupi language, where it means snakebird. This name is highly accurate because, as you can see, the bird looks very much like a snake when it's swimming around.
This is a slash pine. It resembles the longleaf pine and the loblolly pine. But the difference is that these clusters of their needles are in twos, where the longleaf pine are in threes. The longleaf's needles are also a little bit longer.
These are 7 to 18 inches.
These are their cones. They're very sharp on the edges and become brown. They fall off the tree and they don't stay on the tree like the scrub pine. Recently these trees have been tapered for turpentine, and also they use the wood for logging.
Hi, I'm standing underneath a southern magnolia right now, or an evergreen magnolia. You can see how the leaves are very leathery on top and rusty and kind of hairy on the bottom. This tree is beginning to bud just now, as you can see, and its bud is very hairy as well. These trees are typically found in moist forests, but are also planted in a lot of parks, such as this one. As you can see here, the leaf has been infected by some sort of bacteria or fungus or insect. This could be bad for the tree.
In Audubon Park, there's an abundant amount of black-crowned night herons. Look at this egg. This is a black-crowned night heron egg. Why would it be on the ground? Because standing above me are almost 50 black-crowned night heron nests. They're not active now because it's the day, but at night, that's when they're most active. We'll come back then. Standing right behind me is a black-crowned night heron, and as you can see, well, it's hard to get on video, but every 30 seconds there's a night heron that flies over my head. It's really cool. We thought we'd be able to see them at night, but they're more active than we think. They're everywhere, just flying.
We hope you enjoyed your time with us at Audubon Park. If you want to see more Discovering Audubon, then make sure to catch us on Wednesday at 9. See you next time!